Why does frying seaweed turn it into those roasted snack packs, and the price shoots up several times over? I couldn't figure it out either. So to crack this secret, I sold my prized computer and bought 10 cases of seaweed. I figured I'd make money frying seaweed snacks, but every batch came out either bitter or way too greasy. I kept trying. The splashing oil burned blisters all over my arms, but I still wouldn't give up. Before long, I'd gone through all 10 cases, and I still hadn't nailed the taste I was after. Just as I was about to leave feeling defeated, I spotted one last package on the floor. I picked it up to give it one last shot. When I tossed it in the oil, something incredible happened. This batch came out light and crispy, nothing like the others. I couldn't wait to take a bite. The crispy texture and savory sweet taste finally brought a smile to my face. As I felt the moisture on the package, it suddenly hit me. This was the pack I'd accidentally dropped yesterday during that rainstorm. The seaweed had gotten soaked and sat overnight. It lost its saltiness and turned soft. That was the secret to perfect fried seaweed. I immediately packaged it up and started selling. Sales took off like crazy, but when I ran the numbers, I felt crushed. At my current margins, I'd only make $1 million a year. Meanwhile, my father had gone bankrupt owing $40 million. The house got auctioned off. To pay off that debt, I had to find a faster way to make money. That night, on my way home, I realized there were 3 convenience stores just 1 block from my place. If I could get my seaweed into convenience stores, all my problems would be solved. The next day, wearing my father's oversized suit, I went to the convenience store headquarters to meet with the marketing manager. The manager looked at my samples, didn't even taste them, and shut me down flat. He said my packaging was too big, the price was too high, it wasn't a fit for convenience store standards at all. Without a word, I turned around and left. That same night, I found a design company to redesign everything. The new packaging was smaller, with vibrant, eye-catching colors. The next day, I showed up at headquarters with a new design, but the receptionist said the manager was in a meeting. I waited confidently all day, only to realize the manager was actually avoiding me. Furious, I turned to leave, and on my way out, I tossed the seaweed to the elevator operator. Little did I know, that's when opportunity struck. The company's purchasing manager got on the elevator. The packaging caught his eye. He grabbed a few packs and started eating. He couldn't stop. The savory, sweet flavor had him hooked. Soon he was sharing it with other colleagues. Even the marketing manager got to try it. Just like that, I got called back to headquarters because the product was so good. The manager was ready to launch my seaweed in all 72,000 stores nationwide. But there was a catch. When he came to inspect in 15 days, the factory had to pass health standards. That's where I hit a wall. My factory was just 3 walks and a few bottles of cooking oil. Forget about sanitation standards. I didn't even have the money to build a proper factory. I decided to try getting a loan from the bank. But I was only 19 and already carrying $40 million in debt. No one would lend me anything. Even the banker admired my guts for showing up. I had no choice. I sold my car to make one last push. With half the money from selling my car, I paid 1/3 of the rent on a factory in the suburbs and promised to pay the rest once I delivered. Then I used the other half to rush renovations and hired workers. 10 days later, when the manager showed up to inspect, he still found problems. The production floor had no light covers, the drainage was exposed, workers weren't even wearing gloves. The manager gave me 3 days to fix everything. As he was leaving, my uncle actually slipped him an envelope of cash, telling him to use it to smooth things over and save us the hassle. Even though I used to do things this way 3 years ago, now I couldn't bring myself to do it, because failure after failure had taught me, if you want to succeed, you can't take shortcuts. When I tried selling DVD players before, I cut corners for bigger profits and bought cheap knockoffs, but quality issues wiped me out. When I sold roasted chestnuts, I rushed to expand before I had a solid foundation. I didn't anticipate the risks, but every failure was a lesson for success. This time I decided to do things the right way. I renovated the factory properly by the book. I installed covers on all the workshop lights, got the workers fully geared up, everything clean and spotless. Finally, after the second inspection, the convenience store passed us. Standing in the sunlight, I kept staring at those 2 words, approved, with the relief of someone who just